Good afternoon. This is Aaron McWilliams. In the studio with me is the great, the one and only Craig Croker from Rydell. How you doing, Craig?
I'm doing wonderful. With this weather like this is kind of nice. A little sprinkle in the morning, but sounds like we might have a little more coming, but that's okay.
That's all right. You know what? I'm sure you guys sell some nice convertibles out there because days like today, you want them, but boy, I want that top to be able to come back on there.
We better put
quick.
her back up tonight, it sounds like, huh?
That's right. You guys have something like that in stock over there?
Yes, we do. Yeah,
Tell me about it. What do you got?
I've got a couple of Camaros that we just took in. Got a very nice red Camaro convertible, 22,000 miles on it that I just traded in the other day. So along with that, I think we've got a couple others. Not right offhand. We've got over 300 used cars, so it's a little tough for me to keep track of them. But
you mean you don't have the mileage and
now.
the makes and models and everything?
I'm getting old. My memory's going a little bit.
Well, just trying to keep you sharp, Craig.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
So what else do y'all have going on over there? What kind of specials?
I tell you what, it's getting down to the end of the month, and every time you talk the end of the month in the car business, it's hot. Why I say hot? Because all dealers want to hit their quota by the end of the month for the manufacturer and for themselves. And so we've got a big lease special going on right now with our most popular Silverado pickup. We've got a $525 a month lease. You come in with $525, you drive off in a new Silverado. And I tell you what, it's not just the run-of-the-mill Silverado. It's heated seats, heated steering wheel, backup camera, tow package, everything a guy needs. And $525 a month gets you 10,000 miles a year. That includes tax, license, everything included in the payment. So you come in and drive off a new 26 Silverado for $525.
That's a good deal.
That's a tough one to beat.
That's a tough one. You know, I was always impressed with the Toyota deals for leasing. They always kind of seem to run the market for that with leases. But you're telling me a Silverado would then be very comparable to, say, a Toyota Tacoma or Tundra then.
Right. And it's a crew cab, too. It's not just your cab and a half. It's a crew cab with the 5'8" box. It's the 9 out of 10 Silverados that we sell. So very popular. We also have, as we all know, the car business kind of quieted down in your major manufacturers, so they quit building them. So everyone's going to the little SUVs and stuff. So we have a little front-wheel drive SUV Trax, it's called. It became very popular. It's in that $25,000 range, and we've got those leasing right now for $399 a month. Same scenario. Bring me $400 a month, and tax, license, everything's included. So.
That's really good. Now, is that a standard 3-year lease, 10,000 miles?
3 years, 10,000 miles. Yep.
So what is
and
it?
You can go 12,000. You can go 15. It's just you buy down your miles right up front. So it's every increment's maybe another $10, $20.
Okay. And is that so? When you say increment, is that increments of 2,000 miles?
So you go 10 to 12, 12 to 15, 15 to 18. So it's the first one's 2,000, but then it's 3,000 mile increments after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Craig, So I'm in the studio right now with Craig Croker from Rydell. Texter wrote in at 775-5559. Says, Craig is one of the best. Ask him about that time he was in my convertible and his hairpiece blew off.
No, I'm not big on hair, so I can't believe I had a hairpiece on. If I had my way, I wouldn't have a hair on my body, but we won't get into that. But I tell you what, do you look at my hairstyle? There isn't much up there. So, I tried growing a beard here a couple months ago, and it drove me crazy. It was kind of a nice white beard, but I chose not to continue with that either. So,
I would imagine it doesn't take you very long in the morning to brush your hair.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Every second day it gets brushed.
Every second day.
Yep, with a razor.
So you're one of those guys that actually shaves his head, like with
a straight edge.
Okay.
Yep.
With a straight edge?
Well, your regular face shaver.
Yeah.
I don't have one of these mechanical type things. No.
Okay.
No, I just lather it up and away we go.
I mean, when I hear about like a straight razor, man, I'm picturing like
the old barber shop.
Yeah, the old barber. It's like, man, it crossed my.
I don't trust myself there because if I hit my head on a tree branch while I'm mowing or something and it leaves a little mark up there, you run a straight edge across that baby and it kind of peels your scalp back a little bit. But
yeah, that's
enough about Craig's hairdo.
Oh, good grief. Good grief, man. Good grief. So what else do you have? Here's a question. Okay, here's a question on trucks. I was wondering about this. Maybe you can help me out. I was backing my sailboat into the water this past weekend on Father's Day, and I've got these rear I've got these, the little backup alarms, and it drives me crazy. When I am trying to back a trailer, all my alarms in my Tundra just go crazy, and then if I back up too fast, it automatically slams on my brakes.
Yeah, you can shut that off on your driver information system. So you just,
I got to figure that out.
Yeah, you just go to your screen and tap on vehicle, and you can shut off any sensors you want.
I got to figure out.
At least in the Silverados you can. I'm sure Toyota's the same.
Yeah, I would want in my perfect world, there would be like a button.
Yep.
If I'm already in tow mode, it shuts all that stuff off.
And once you find out where it's at, becomes just more or less a button. But they're designed like that. You're supposed to shut them off anytime you're towing something anyway. So
yeah. It just seems like if it's already detected a trailer, then it'll automatically go off.
Right.
Interesting.
It's funny it doesn't stay on the whole time while your trailer's on there.
Oh, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Other things we have going. I tell you what, we have such a nice selection of used vehicles. I think we have just shy of 400 cars and pickups. I know just the other day I looked, we have 106 used pickups for sale. And I tell you what, if we don't have what you're looking for, they don't make it. So our selection of used vehicles right now is at the top. Speaking of used vehicles, we buy vehicles. We buy off the street. We have a regular purchaser. In fact, Aaron, you met him the other day, Arden. And I think we buy between 25 and 50 vehicles off the street a month, too. So if someone's looking for to get rid of a vehicle, or if a parent quits driving or whatever the case may be, we'll be happy to help you out there, too.
That's fantastic. Craig, you've been with Rydell a long time, right?
Yep.
So we have a question for you. Not really car-related, but business-related.
Okay.
775-5559. Texter writes in and says, can you support a family by working there? Or is the good money reserved just for the bigwigs?
I tell you what, if you can, I'm going to say if you got to make it through the first year, you got to really hit the pavement, so to speak, and build yourself up a little bit of a clientele. And once you got your clientele built up, it's a wonderful profession. I tell you what, I was supposed to retire 5 years ago, which, by the way, people, I'm not retired. But no, I can't retire. I've got so many, you meet so many people. I don't know, excuse my modesty, but I think I have over 6,000 customers. And for me just to walk away from a bunch of good people that I know, and it became friends and family, and
sure.
You're now on your third generation of that family, and it's just a wonderful business to be in if you like people.
I sold cars for about 6 months, and it was a good experience for me.
Sure.
And if you work hard and you're a personable person, somebody that's interesting and you like meeting new people,
right?
It's a pretty good gig.
It's a blast. I tell you what, it's just you go to work every day and make friends.
You really do.
If the worst thing you can do is try sell a car, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because if someone doesn't like you, they don't trust you. If they don't trust you, they're not going to buy from you. So when I talk to people that I haven't met before, I just want to make a friend. I don't, we can talk about a car a little later. Depends how serious they want to be. And that's where I start anyway.
You know what I liked about the industry? In the short time I spent in the industry, I liked all the people, but like the people I worked with. Because if everybody around you is trying to sell a car, then everybody is actually putting on a smile every day.
Yeah.
Everybody has to have a good attitude.
That's right.
And it was fun, and I enjoyed going to work.
Yeah.
So, and I imagine that at Rydell, it's no different. It's probably even better.
Oh, we have such a good group of people that, whether it's in the service department, body shop, any department, our detail shop is one of the finest. In the sales department, of course, we have plenty of salespeople, but we've got every avenue covered. We have, you're not meeting 10 guys to try buy a car. You meet me, and then I take care of the financing and everything, so you're not getting bounced around or anything like that. It's just a wonderful place to buy a car.
Excellent. So speaking of buying cars, what's one car right now that really sticks out in your mind that says, man, this is a deal?
It's so hard for me to veer from the Silverado because it's such a solid vehicle, but it covers such, speaking of pickups, our purchasing from the female side of things has increased like 50%. More ladies are buying pickups now because they ride like a car. They give them all the comfort and convenience of a car vehicle, and plus they can haul stuff. And heaven forbid, you got the room and you can haul anything you want and you got a nice ride. Pickups are number one seller. There's still the big SUVs for the families and stuff like that. Speaking of SUVs, I just remember one thing that I was supposed to touch on is the small ones. The Equinox is our number one selling car. We have 16 used Equinoxes in a price range of $15,000 to $20,000. So anyone looking for just a nice little SUV it's a comfortable vehicle for both young people and the elderly people that like to, slide their fannies in and it's fanny high. The Equinox is a wonderful vehicle for everyone.
In that price range on a Chevy Equinox, when you're $15,000 to $20,000, how many miles are on those vehicles?
You're going to be looking at 50,000, 60,000 miles. And, you can buy extended service contract or extended warranty to what some people call it. But nowadays with all the electronics and stuff, I push that a little bit too. It's just like us having health insurance. Mm-hmm. Hope we never need it, but it's sure nice to have it if you do need it. So, yeah.
So you talk a lot about trucks, that it's the number one seller. Does Rydell carry a lot of 3/4 and 1 ton trucks?
I'm glad you say that too, because on the way out here, I thought of what else I should talk about. We have probably the nicest. We do have the nicest selection of new heavy duties. We have 2 rows of them of 2500s and 3500s, and they range in anywhere from 69,000. Well, if you want to really get fancy and spend 100,000, we can take care of that too. But the heavy duties are a very popular unit too, not only for the contractors but the campers, the recreation people, race car drivers, all that stuff. It covers such a wide range of needs.
Texter writes in at 775-5559, says, what's up with the Chevy and GMC pickups for 2020, 27? I don't know exactly what we're talking about. That will be coming out in a couple of months. Did they drop the 5.3 liter? I heard it's 5.7 now.
That's correct. They are now coming out with the 5.7 and the 6.6 in the half ton. So those two engines, the 5.7 obviously is replacing the 5.3, and the 6.6 is replacing the 6.2.
Another texter writes in and says that the Equinox is a turd. The Ecotech motors are fragile as glass. I don't know anything about a Chevy Equinox.
Well, Equinox got a little bad rap back in when they had the 2 liter, and there was no turbo or anything like that. And now with a small 4-cylinder turbo, I mean, it's wonderful. There was a little cold weather issue where they would freeze up. The turbo would freeze up. This was 3-4 years ago, and they got some bad press on that, so they had to the factory came out with a bra for it. Well, that fixed it, but not everyone put their bra on it and had the issues. And now they have a baffle system that shuts off all the cold air coming into the turbo. So I tell you what, I'll take an Equinox over a lot of small SUVs, but maybe I'm a little biased there. I don't know.
So you'll take the baffle over the bra.
Yeah, that's
all right.
There you go.
With that, let's go to our commercial break. More to come with Craig. GMC Chevy pickups that are made now to the new 2027. What changes are there and what colors are available?
Okay, so we as salespeople are some of the last people to know about the new product because they don't want us quacking about it and not fully understanding what the whole new pickup is all about.
The last thing you want in the car industry is a bunch of car quacks.
Right, and I don't want to be pretending I know everything about it yet because I don't. We have our big trainings coming up, and I've seen a few pictures or prototypes of the pickup, but I really haven't searched real deep and hard for it yet. For the simple reason we have about 200 new pickups yet to sell, so that's my main baby right now. But I did see one picture where the 27 GMC is a little square. It's more square on the back of the cab than everyone's talking about the square body Silverado that they used to go crazy over. It's got a little bit of that, but the front, it's changed a little bit, but not real drastic.
What's the fuel economy in those?
Fuel economy is going to be in your mid-teens. I don't like talking about economy for the simple fact everyone's going to get different mileage the way they drive. An old guy told me, he says, one time, if you want to get the best mileage out of a vehicle, you drive with an egg between your foot and the gas pedal. I said, okay, well, I don't know how many people I'm going to talk that into, but
no, I think mine's filled with cement. Mine's more of a rock. You know, maybe a brick even.
Right.
Because man, I pulled that boat down to Pelican Lake this week, and I'm looking at my gas gauge, and I swear, Craig, I'm looking at this thing, and it's just going down, and I can almost see it go down.
You know, we have this little very popular 3.0 Duramax diesel in the half tons, and it's coupled with a 10-speed automatic. And that bugger gets, you know, people usually brag about what they get for mileage. I've got reports anywhere from 35 to 39 miles to the gallon.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, and
I've heard a lot of people getting like in the mid-20s with it.
Yeah, and
which means I might even hit 14. And who knows?
It's great, but you know, I wasn't real fond of diesels initially when I got into the business because you got to take care of them a little more. There's a little more attention to a diesel and now with the DEF fluids and how you keep them warm and whatever. But if you can know how to take care of a diesel, it's a hell of a truck.
What kind of it's got the torque? I'd assume it's got the torque. What kind of towing capacity? I mean, if you're running a half ton with a diesel in it, you said
10,000 pounds. You can pull 5 ton with that before it even sweats.
Okay.
Yep. And it's got such a good torque curve. It's got power right from the bottom all the way to the top. You're not waiting to get that thing revved up until it kicks in. So torque stands for what it takes to get the load moving, and that thing, it hits right away. So, yeah, you can pull anything you want.
Sure. I haven't had any problem. I've got that turbo on my Tundra, and I'm surprised with it, but, man, that gas, that fuel economy is just not there.
Right.
Of course, I generally drive with a brick between my foot and the gas pedal, so, you know, there's that.
So when you hook up an engine that's very torquey with a 10-speed automatic, I mean, the combination is hard to match. That's where it all comes from.
So another texter writes in, where'd it go? I got to find it. Here we go. So texter writes in and says, is the new GMC truck with the 5.7 going to remain pushrod style like the 5.3, or will they be dual overhead cam?
Well, you're throwing you're talking to a car salesman that's been in the business for 45 years, and I've never changed oil on my own vehicle. You think I know a lot about the mechanics of it? At this point, I can't answer that, and I'm not going to try BS my way through it. I don't know what the 5.7 is going to be, if it's going to be a pushrod style or a dual overhead cam. But I do believe it's probably still going to be a pushrod.
You see, I'm in that category of looking at a text like that, and it's like, okay, I think I know what this is. I think I know what that is. And I'm still stuck on trying to define my terms.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to deviate too far away from that 5.3 to go to that 5.7. I don't think they're going to change the world in that thing, but just give it a little more snort and a little better mileage maybe.
Maybe so. 775-5559. Texter writes in and says, I'm driving a 2021 Silverado. My last 53,000 miles overall shows 18.2 miles to the gallon. I'm satisfied. Well, you know what? That's like 5 miles an hour better than my Tundra.
Yeah, and you can't
see. That's the guy with the egg
out of a good pickup that does anything you want for it. You know, it's I'm happy with it. I get 16 to 18 in my Silverado. I got a 2016 with 90,000 miles on it. If you get in the high teens in a pickup, you can't expect much more than that. In my opinion, that's all I've seen in many, many, many years is that mileage range.
That makes sense, and it makes me feel a little bit better. But this fella, he's the guy with like an ostrich egg between his foot and the pedal.
That's right.
You know, I mean, I'm like maybe got a robin egg or a brick or something because, you know, that's kind of crazy to me. Yeah. So when you're looking at these Silverados, we got about a minute left. We're looking at these Silverados. What kind of towing capacity you're looking at that you can lease a truck for? What did you say? $535 a month?
$525.
Even less.
Yep.
So $525 a month. You're leasing a brand new truck. What are you towing with that thing? You said it's got heated seats even.
Yep. 5 ton, 10,000 pounds.
Very good.
Yep.
Well, Craig, how do they get a hold of you?
You can call me on my cell phone if you want. Or you can call into the call center and ask for me. I'm not afraid to give out my cell phone number. It's 218-779-4103.
4903.
4103.
4103. You see,
Yes, sir.
this is why you correct me. All right, Craig, you have a wonderful day. More
Aaron,
to
thank
come.
you so much.
KNOX News coming up now.